How's it going, guys? I'm Frazer. This is P.P.G. Welcome to the party. So I was recently challenged by Nintendo Hodge, who was challenged by Retro Pro Frank to complete the half and half challenge. Pretty much what it is 5 gaming questions and 5 personal questions. So without further ado, I'm going to get it started with the gaming questions. Question number 1. What game were you skeptical about that ended up being fantastic? Now, I know with how much I talk about this game on the channel, and how much I love playing it, and how I've streamed it, you might be a little surprised by this, but when Overwatch was first announced, I was so skeptical about it. I thought it was going to be garbage. Like, it just looked hokey, it didn't look fun, I don't know what it was, and then Blizzard released the beta for free for that weekend. They got their hooks in me, and it turned out to be a fantastic game, and I am so glad that I was wrong. Question number 2. If you could have any item from a video game, what would it be? I was thinking about this. I really liked Nintendo Hodge's answer where he wanted the ocarina from Ocarina of Time. But I honestly am going to have to go with the portal gun. Obviously from Portal and Portal 2. I think that thing would be an endless source of mischief and fun for me to mess around with. Question number 3. What has been the best video game related gift you've gotten from a friend? I've been racking my brain with this question, mainly because I don't think I've gotten like a video game related gift from a friend for Christmas or my birthday. Like, I've gotten games for helping people out as like, oh, you helped me here, here's a game for payment, you wanted it, blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, this has been a very indulgent hobby that I've done myself. If I really think about it, Ashley got me 2 PS4 controllers last year for Christmas in order to get me ready for Gang Beast. Question number 4. What game did you really like that no one seems to really know about? I'm gonna have to go with Earthbound. It is such a fantastic game, and I can't believe that no one has really kind of caught wind of it yet. What I really mean to say is the Jack in the Box Party Pack for the PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One. It is a really, really fun party game that one of the game modes, you can have up to 100 people playing with you online. That's freaking ridiculous. And finally, question number 5. Which game do you think deserves a sequel or a modern remake? Now, originally, I was going to say Mario RPG. But Nintendo Hodge, he already said that, for his answer. Curse that handsome devil. Then, I was going to go with Kingdom Hearts. I really like Kingdom Hearts, and I would love to see a sequel of that. Well, as you already know, Kingdom Hearts number 3 is already in the mix. This should almost be done, really. So, that takes another one off my list. So I'm going to go with the tried and true Frazer classic. I would love to see, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. Either a sequel or a remake. And please, it has to be good. None of this other crap. On to the personal questions. Question number 1. Who is your favorite musician or band? Now, when I saw this question, it was easy. There was no difficulty answering this question at all for me. It pretty much wrote itself. Foo Fighters. I am a huge Foo Fighters fan. I've seen them about 6 times. The last one being when Dave Grohl unfortunately broke his leg, was rocking out on stage in his Game of Thrones throne. Just the combination of that being Ashley's first time seeing the Foo Fighters live, the throne itself, a couple Rush cover songs, and having a guy coming up on stage and playing Big Me on the drums with the band, they're true entertainers. Question number 2. What's something you really liked as a kid, but don't care for much right now? I'm gonna have to say a pacifier. When I was a kid, I loved a pacifier. But in all seriousness, I really couldn't think of anything. You know, in terms of TV shows, toys, video games, hobbies, I still love everything I loved when I was a kid. Like My Pet Monster, awesome. Ninja Turtles, awesome. Ghostbusters, Thundercats, awesome. This question was the only one I really couldn't give you an answer for. And I'm sorry for that. Question number 3. What's something dumb you did as a teenager? I have 2 for this one. The first one being, you know, I was play fighting with my buddy, like, you know, most kids do. Took it a little too far. I swung a little too hard. I was getting too excited, and I chipped my friend's tooth. I am really sorry about that, by the way. And the one I think that overtakes it was I participated in a drop kick challenge. Now, what's the drop kick challenge, you ask? Well, me being the testosterone-fueled teenager, you know, that I was, said that I could take a drop kick to the chest from someone running 10 paces away. And I had a friend who obliged that. He was like, yeah, let's do it. So we went out, we went to the park. After I had a couple drinks, I stood there, you know, in a football tackle stance, and I took the first drop kick. Now, they said that I blocked it a little bit with my hands, so me being, you know, the really smart human being that I am, said, let's do it again, I don't want a cheated victory. So I took a second drop kick no more than 5 minutes later. You know, I took a couple steps back. Unfortunately, I slipped in the mud and fell. But luckily, I fell. Only because the stipulation of this challenge was that if I took the drop kick standing, I got to clothesline my friend who did the drop kick. I really think, thinking on it now, I could have seriously hurt this guy. I was intoxicated. I was about 2 times his size, and I would have hit him, and I would have hit him hard. Not intentionally to hurt him, but I'm like, hey, he just drop kicked me. I'm going to clothesline the crap out of him. So I am so glad to this day that I lost that challenge. Not to mention, for the next 2 weeks after that, my neck, my shoulders, my chest, and my back was in just excruciating pain. It was probably the dumbest thing I did. Question number 4. What did you want to be when you grew up? Well, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a marine biologist. I love the water. I love sea life. When I was a kid, I had little whales and sharks and other sea animals, like little figurines and models that I had all over my room. I did countless projects of that in junior school. I still to this day love sea life in the water, but it just didn't work out for me. It became more of a hobby than a real true passion as I grew older. But that's what I wanted to be when I grew up. And finally, question number 5. If you could go back and change one thing, what would it be? And I would have to say, I would stop myself from seeing Darkness. You know that terrible movie with Anna Paquin? Darkness attacks people. But in all seriousness, I wouldn't change anything. Everything that happened to me, good or bad, smart or stupid, happened for a reason, and what made me the person I am today. So without those things happening to me, it would be a different party play gaming. Probably be more entertaining. Sorry. Well, there's the half and half challenge. I gave you 5 video game questions. I gave you 5 personal questions. Hopefully you get to know me a little bit better, and hopefully it's stuff you already didn't know. You know, friends, people who watch the channel. It's always fun to, learn things about people that you kind of develop relationships with. Now here's the fun part. I get to tag some people. And you know how this works. I tag 2 friends, then they tag 2 friends, then their friends tag 2 friends, and so on, and so on, and so on. So I am first gonna tag Console Kevin. I love your channel, man. Your streams, your videos are excellent. You're very funny. I don't comment on your stuff as much as I should. I'm really bad at that. And I would really love to see your answers to these questions. And the second channel, 2 people in one channel that are making their triumphant return to YouTube. Different channel name, but there be dragons. I am challenging both of you, both dragons, to the half and half challenge. I would love for your first video back, or one of the first videos back, to be the half and half challenge, and I can't wait to hear your answers. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining me in this party. You know, as always, like, comment, subscribe, just to make sure you always get an invite. And before you leave, you can't forget to grab some party favors down below, check out some old videos, go to the new bonus level, or which side it's on, I don't know, the bonus level, to see what random video I'm going to link to that. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.